In Depth with Dr. Bren, A Path with Heart Series, Chapter 4, Necessary Healing. The first 5 chapters of this book are called the Fundamentals. All of these chapters reflect on an aspect of becoming mindful, or what I often call becoming conscious. Before we proceed into this chapter, I would like to make a few terminology distinctions using Ken McLeod's book called Wake Up to Your Life. Chapter 3 in his book is one of the most detailed explanations of cultivating attention via meditation I have come across. McLeod makes a distinction between attention, mindfulness, and awareness. We've already discussed attention as the focus or concentration of the mind on an object. Most often this object is the breath. He writes, "There is only one way to cultivate attention. Take a simple activity that requires attention but not much intellectual effort, and do it again and again." Mindfulness means being present with the object of attention. This is a quality of being, to rest with the breath in timeless and spaceful bliss. However, if you attach to the experience of mindfulness, it dissipates. Mindfulness is a result of a practice. It's not the method. The method of practice is to return attention to the breath. Mindfulness is the first experience of any degree of presence. Once mindfulness becomes stronger and more stable with continued meditation and practice, one day you again experience a shift, a sense of opening into a larger space of relaxing, of resting with the breath with much less effort. This shift makes the development of awareness. This shift marks the development of awareness, the quality of clarity and attention. Mindfulness is being present with the object of attention, but awareness enables you to know what is happening. Awareness is being aware of everything, thoughts, feelings, sensations, without being distracted. Now back to Cornfield and this chapter, of which the point is to point out the 4 foundations of mindfulness. These areas of mindfulness are awareness of the body and senses, awareness of the heart and feelings, awareness of the mind and thoughts, and awareness of spirit, or the universal law, the principles that govern life. The development of awareness in these 4 areas is the basis for all of the Buddhist practices of insight and awakening. And let me add, the basis of psychological insight, too, which is the reason I chose this book to begin my audio blog series. This chapter is not so much about meditation because it focuses more on the distractions from our meditation. Cornfield's point is these must be healed. To deny or try to transcend them is an ego defense against dealing with these wounds, fears, and worries. There's a name for this defense. It is called spiritual bypassing. This is the person who proclaims spiritual ascendance with their shadow in tow. Healing the body. In meditation, we can slow down and sit quietly, truly sitting with whatever arises. With awareness, we can cultivate a willingness to open to physical experiences without struggling against them, to actually live in our bodies. The kind of physical pains and sensations that show up in meditation are usually related to emotional or psychological or even spiritual blocks. We must work to develop feelings of awareness with all that is happening in the body. Pay attention to patterns of breathing, posture, kinks, itches and aches, tightness, needles, pen pricks, throbbing or burning. What we are working towards is the free movement of energy through the body. Soon layers of tension will be released and energy will begin to move again. To ignore or abuse the body is mistaken spirituality. Christine Caldwell, author of Getting Our Bodies Back, has one of the best books out there on somatic psychology, or what is also called body-centered psychotherapy. She defines addiction as a movement away from our direct body experience of the physical world. When we vacate our bodies, we get away from any sensations, emotions, and mental states we find threatening. This is a defense mechanism called disassociation, which is quite common in the stressful Western workplace. In fact, I would say most of us disassociate from our bodies most of the time. Rollo May, author of Love and Will, and one of my favorite authors, calls our Western world the schizoid society because we live out of touch with our feelings and emotions and close relationships. He says the schizoid man is the natural product of the technological man. What develops in the vacation from our true self is the false self, or what Jung called the persona. So to truly know truth or love, we must inhabit our bodies, free of chemical addiction. The Healing Attention Meditation. Sit comfortably and quietly. Let your body rest easily. Breathe gently. Let go of your thoughts, past and future, memories, and plans. Just be present. Begin to let your own precious body reveal the places that most need healing. Allow the physical pains, tensions, diseases, or wounds to show themselves. Bring a careful and kind attention to these painful places. Slowly and carefully feel their physical energy. Notice what is deep inside them. The pulsations, throbbing, tension, needles, heat, contraction, aching, that make up what we call pain. Allow these all to be felt fully, to be held in a receptive and kind attention. Then be aware of the surrounding area of your body. If there is contraction and holding, notice this gently. Breathe softly and let it open. Then in the same way, be aware of any aversion or resistance in your mind. Notice this, too, with a soft attention, without resisting, allowing it to be as it is, allowing it to open in its own time. Now notice the thoughts and fears that accompany the pain you are exploring. Let these thoughts rest in your kind attention for a time. Then gently return to your physical body. Let your awareness be deeper and more allowing now. Again, feel the layers of the place of pain, and allow each layer that opens to move, to intensify or dissolve in its own time. Bring your attention to the pain as if you were gently comforting a child, holding it all in a loving and soothing attention. Breathe softly into it, accepting all that is present with a healing kindness. Continue this meditation until you feel reconnected with whatever part of your body calls you, until you feel at peace.